Hello and welcome back to BS Rugby. It is windy, it is cold outside, but we are back for some URC action. This time it is my team, Ospreys, taking on Ulster. And do you know what? I'm looking forward to this game. I apologise if I sound a bit nasally. I do have a cold, but we're going to battle through it regardless. And I'm delighted to be joined by my good friend, Stephen Somerville from Stephen Somerville Irish Rugby. A big Ulster fan joins me. Stephen, how are you today? You well?
Yeah, Brandon, doing well. I'm sure you're like myself. You're very intense after this big game coming up like at 3 o'clock. I mean, it's not usual for like your team Ospreys to face me and the Ulster team and then watch it on. So it should be something. I don't know what the way's gonna go, but bring it on.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Bring it on. And let's talk about last week then. Before we do, actually, if you are watching, please do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Check out Stephen's channel as well. There'll be a link in the chat throughout the course of the afternoon. We're about 10 minutes or so away from kickoff. Last week, Ospreys played against Connacht and lost 46 points to 18. Looking at that game, Stephen, what did you make of the Ospreys last week? Or was it just a case that Connacht were that good? What do you think?
If you look at the form that Ospreys were in before the Connacht game, they were definitely going somewhere, in my opinion. Ospreys were definitely rebuilding themselves with the players they had. But especially when you look at Connacht, when they went down to Connacht, you have to remember they had that Connacht steamrolled Ulster in Lansdowne Road not long ago, and Connacht definitely took that confidence into their next game, which is only like a few weeks away before last week. I think it was a case of Connacht being really good on the day and showing that they could be going places. But for me, if Connacht need to show anything going forward, it would have to be like consistency, like you saw last night what they did in Leinster. You know what I mean? They did. Connacht actually did very well for the first half an hour. You seriously thought Connacht were going to give Leinster a game again? Like the game fans were going to similar ways to what happened last week with the Leinster Ulster, but after that Leinster just steamrolled the game afterwards, got back to their best. I think for Connacht they'll have to be consistent now going forward. Depends where they are, but I think Ospreys got beaten by the better team in my opinion. But I don't know how you feel, Brandon, about that.
Yeah, I agree. I thought we did a lot of silly mistakes. The conditions were horrific, but Connacht still managed to play some lovely rugby, still managed to throw it about. And we saw that again last night. And I'm sure at half-time we'll have a chat about the results from last night. But for you guys, what a result last week, winning down at the RDS. You were there, 20 points to 10, first win at the RDS since 2013. How good was that performance? Summarise it up for me.
I didn't expect it. I mean, going on the bus to Dublin is one of them cases where are we going to give them a game or are we going to get beaten in the first 5 minutes? But fair play to Ulster. From the start, we had a game plan. Dan McFarland obviously took that loss against Connacht a few weeks prior, and he obviously sussed Leinster out. Obviously Ulster defended. I think the box kicking from John Cooney was crucial into how we won. And I also thought the likes of James Hume, the likes of John Cooney, the likes of Michael Lowry, all the players that have names, put in outstanding performances against a really good Leinster team. No matter what team Leinster put out, in my opinion, it's all good at the end of the day. And we pull off as a result that will give Ulster confidence now going forward for the rest of these big games now going forward. Be like cup final basically, because we want to. We want to take Leinster off that top spot going forward. We'll have them in about a month's time on New Year's Day at home at Ravenhill. It should be packed out potentially. Obviously, I'm a season ticket holder. I'll be there every game. But for Ulster now, it's all about gaining confidence. Don't think that the Leinster game was like a once off and we just dropped down afterwards. Take every game now as a cup final, like Ospreys today away. And I just want to shout out. You saw on Brandon's channel there recently. We had the White Walkers podcast out. We have big up Dave Toppin, big up Chris Broomfield, who's at the Ospreys Coppers fan park with the Ulster fans today. It's they're taking the Ospreys as a cup final. Ospreys were informed before the Connacht game, but Ulster will see this as another cup final. So all I would say is Ulster, take this game lightly. Don't drop off like you did last time, because I'd be a bit pissed off if we went back to that mentality, Brandon, of getting big results away in the way, but not like Leinster. But if we were to drop down against Ospreys, we'd take a slight dip. But beating Leinster last week was like a big confidence, getting us back into that table. But we saw Leinster, getting that 5 points victory. We want to close the gap definitely on us.
Yeah, I thought last week's performance was fantastic from Ulster. I did speak to Nigel Quigley, of course, the other co-host of the Ulster Rugby Roundup show. He spoke a little bit about the frustration of potentially how many points you may be left out there for all your dominance in the game. Do you feel the same? Maybe that you should have taken more opportunities in that game?
It's a hard one because the way that we performed was a way we could have done against Leinster. Like, if you would have told me could have got more points against Leinster, I don't know. I fully believe we had a game plan. I don't think it was to get as many points as we could. It was all about breaking Leinster down. It was all about getting as much points as we could have done to get the win. And I'm fully confident that we can go into the Ospreys game now and take that confidence. But I would say, like you said, I would say like see a few more points because I know this Ulster team is very capable of getting over the line. But we'll just have to wait and see, in my opinion.
Yeah, we do have to wait and see. Before we look at the team news today, let's talk about last season. Ulster did the double over the Ospreys. First of all, down at the Liberty, winning 24 points to 12, and then out in Ireland at the Kingspan, winning 21 points to 7. And let's have a look at the teams. And the teams have been announced, and there is a late change for the Ospreys, and we'll go through it now. I'll run through the team, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. So Dan Evans was meant to start at fullback. He has pulled out with an injury, so Max Nagy comes in his place at fullback. Alex Cuthbert returns after his role with Wales, with Luke Morgan on the wing, Owen Watkin and Michael Collins in the centre. Stephen Myler stays at 10, Rhys Webb at 9 at captain. In the front row, we have Gareth Thomas, Sam Parry and Thomas Francis, with Rhys Davis and Bradley Davis as the locks, Will Griffiths, Jack Morgan at 7 and Morgan Morris at 8. Leaving a bench then of Elvis Tyone, Nicky Smith, Tom Boter, Jack Regan, Ethan Roots, Ruben Morgan-Williams, Gareth Anscombe back from Wales duty, and Tian Thomas Wheeler. And let's have a look at the Ulster team. No changes to this since it was announced, so I'll run through it now. Excuse me. Mike Lowry plays at fullback. Rob Balakoon comes back in after his involvement with Ireland. On the wing is Ethan McElroy. In the centre, you've got Stuart McCluskey and Angus Curtis, with Billy Burns and John Cooney playing at the halfbacks. In the front row, you got Eric O'Sullivan, Bradley Roberts, of course, Wales international now, alongside Tom O'Toole. Kieran Treadwell, Alan O'Connor are the locks. Alan O'Connor is the captain, with Sean Reedy, Nick Timoney and David McCann in the back row. The bench then is Stuart Moore, Marcus Ree, Moore, McGrath, Carney, Doak and Craig Gilroy. And what are your thoughts on that team? Are you surprised that maybe someone like Hume isn't in the centre after his performance last week, or are you happy with that squad overall?
But I think I'm quite surprised to not see him in that team, because I thought he must have been injured. If he would have been injured, then we would have known about it. But I don't know. Is it someone like the lines of Dan McFarland rewarding him in a way to give him a week off and sort of like, because what you did, in the last minutes? I don't know really. That's a strange one, but Angus Curtis, I think he's a fly half, but he can play certain roles in the team. I think that Dan McFarland is trying different ways to get players involved really in this Ulster team, to get as much caps as they can. You don't want to keep playing the same players over and over again. Like, you look at the likes of David McCann. I mean, Julian Vermeulen's going to come in potentially either against Claremont or Northampton on his debut for Ulster. And, David McCann will want to push him for that. I think what Ulster need to do is bred in players that they need game time, but they have the potential to be a great player. That's what the Ulster have lacked to do in the past. If we can do that going forward, there's great depth in this Ulster team. I think go for it. Look at like David McCann looking to push, Julian Vermeulen. I think McCann is looking to. I think he's been really showing signs that he could be a great number 8 for Ulster going forward, and he's homegrown as well. And if you have the likes of James Vermeulen coming in to help him, Brandon, because he's 35 and you give him that sort of experience, I'm definitely up for it. But like you said, James Hamlin, I don't know what's going on with him, but I've got full faith in Angus Curtis and really hopefully getting a good performance, because I do feel like he needs some games.
Yeah, definitely. And let's talk about one interesting battle that's going to take place. Two very experienced nines. Rhys Webb against John Cooney. John Cooney, of course, a lot of debate about why he's not involved in the Irish setup, but we won't get into that too much. But how important is Cooney to Ulster, the way you play? Because I think he's a phenomenal player.
It's how he plays with his box kicking and how he delivers it from anyone picking up the ball. We've lacked whenever he was so informed during the end of 2019, he should have been in the Ireland squad in my opinion. We didn't have a backup that was decent enough to him. We have Dave Shannon who's done okay, but hasn't lived up to the expectations. We brought in Albion Matheson at the start of the 2020 season when we just about not got not wasn't really a good result in that final, but that's the season that Albie came in and he's left since. Ulster not really good left backups brand in my opinion. But you see Nathan Doak, homegrown, he's only 20 or 19. He's going to be some player, going forward. He's only going to get better and better, in my opinion. I think Nathan Doak is someone who is a backup or can play as a full-timer, can really show he can really push Cooney. I think he can push Cooney all the way, in my opinion. I think there'll be games where Nathan Doak will come in for starting number 9, and then John Cooney will have the rest on the bench for some games. That's where I see it, Brandon. I think the depth we have a scrum half is going to be really informed going forward. I do see the likes of Nathan Doak, getting more into the Ireland squad than I want to see in John Cooney, to be honest with you, because I think Andy Farrell is looking at the youth like Craig Casey and Nathan Doak, and he's going, this is our future here. I do get why he doesn't pick John Cooney, but I think there's great backup in what Nathan Doak's doing, to push John Cooney all the way, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I think Nathan Doak certainly is someone to watch off the bench. Obviously, Rhys Webb at 9 for the Ospreys, big player. He'll dictate the way we play. Stephen Myler starting at 10. I'm very happy to see him. Very reliable goal kicker. And Gareth Anscombe on the bench. Right, the teams are coming out now. I've got to ask you, Stephen, your predictions for this one. How do you see this one going, mate?
I'm going to go for 25-10 win for Ulster.
I think it'll be a good big win. You think it's going to be a big win?
Yeah, unlike previous predictions I've done on my channel, I'm getting it right this time. I think Ulster are gonna do well in this game. I think we'll come out on top.
Oh, interesting to see. I've got to back my boys to win. I'm not at all confident, but I got to back my boys to win. And make sure, folks, if you're watching, to hit the like button. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, subscribe to the channel as well. It's free to do. It helps grow the channel. And I'll drop a link to Stephen's channel as well throughout the course of the afternoon. So just as the teams are coming out, I'll quickly run through the teams one more time for you, just to remind you. Dan Evans is not playing. Max Nagy comes in for him. Dan Evans has pulled up with a late injury. Alex Cuthbert's on the wing with Luke Morgan, Owen Watkin and Michael Collins in the centres. Stephen Myler and Rhys Webb are the halfbacks, with Gareth Thomas, Sam Parry and Thomas Francis in the front row. Rhys Davis and Bradley Davis play in the locks. Will Griffiths, Jack Morgan and Morgan Morris are the back row. And then for Ulster, we have Michael Lowry playing at fullback, with Robert Balaku and Ethan McElroy in the wings. Stuart McCluskey and Angus Curtis are in the centre. Billy Burns and John Cooney at 10 and 9. Eric O'Sullivan, Bradley Roberts and Tom O'Toole are the front row. Kieran Treadwell, Alan O'Connor in the locks. Sean Reedy, Nick Timoney and David McCann are the back row. Those are your teams. Make sure to let us know your predictions in the chat, who you think is going to win. David Topping, hope you're doing well, my friend. That was a really good pre-match build, wasn't it? It was fantastic to watch that. And brilliant that was. So really looking forward to future one of them. So you're backing Ulster by 25 points to 10. I'm going to back Ospreys to win. My heart says Ospreys. My head says something a bit different. But I'm going to say 23 points to 20 to the Ospreys. That's my predictions. In the poll, 80% of people in the poll on YouTube are backing Ulster to win. So not many people backing the Ospreys to get the win here, but the conditions are good. Unlike up here in North Wales, it is absolutely, the wind is crazy, the rain is crazy. But in South Wales, down at the Swansea.com stadium, it is perfect conditions. What will Ulster be looking to do in the first 10, 15 minutes, do you think? What will be the game plan?
I think something similar to last week, but it's if Ospreys do it better than what Leinster did, is getting through the defense of Ospreys, getting up to the line as much as possible. I think the box kicking will be crucial for Ulster, especially going forward. I think Dan McFarlane has a game plan, hopefully in all these games now, that he can execute, and we can hopefully get the W's in these games. But they're all crucial on Brandon. I think how we're going to win this game is, by that, really something similar to what we did like last week at Leinster. But bring on, definitely.
Indeed. So Ospreys playing it in their traditional black kits, while Ulster are in their away kits. I've just kicked off here, literally just kicked off. Ulster with the ball just outside their own 22. John Cooney will look to box kick this one.
Well.
So excited to see how this game goes. So Max Nagy in for Dan Evans. That is one change that did happen. Also looking to turn the ball over early on here. But yes, they have done it. They have managed to turn the ball over at the breakdown there.
I think my TV's heading. You're gonna sync up. I'm gonna wait for you to sync up because there's no point in me.
Cool.
I'm just at the
Are
point
you
where
in front of me or are you behind me?
I'm in front of you. So I'm thinking about the point where Bradley Roberts takes the throw in.
Okay, I am on. I'll tell you when I hit a minute in time.
Tell me when you've hit 1:03.
Okay, I'll give you a 3-second countdown. Okay, 3, 2, 1. There.
Okay.
There we go. So Bradley Roberts has fed the line out, set up the driving maul for Ulster here. Really important for Ospreys, I think, that we keep it tight in these early few minutes. We're not going to score lots of tries, but we have to be disciplined. Our discipline has been really poor. So John Cooney with the ball outside the 22 here, going through the phases and going through the big forwards now. Good tackle coming in there from Jack Morgan.
Yeah. Bradley Roberts. It's strange that Bradley Roberts getting another Ulster Cup when he ever played for Wales. I was surprised he's
I'm not going to lie. I'd never heard of him. I did not know who he was beforehand. Tell me a little bit about him. What's he like as a player? Is he good? What kind of type of player is he around the park?
I think he's going potentially similar to what Rob Horan is as a hooker, or something like that. He's definitely grown in the game. I think he was one of the star hookers around the province, playing for many of the Ulster fans out there know Rainy RFC in Marfelt. Then you know all about Bradley Roberts. He's that kind of a player. Has huge potential going forward and has a all round to be a good hooker going forward. So I think with the whole Wales situation, because if he plays, since he had his first cap for Wales, is he going to continue on for Ulster?
That's very true. Very true.
Surprised he starts there. I think having that alongside likes of Tom and Mark Sullivan is great rotation in my opinion.
Yeah. Ulster then with all the possession in the opening 2 minutes and 45 seconds-ish here, looking to spread the ball out there just inside their own half. McCluskey gets it out. Good hands here to McElroy. Tackled well, but it's been all Ulster so far. Ospreys really with no possession whatsoever in this opening 3 minutes. But Ulster not really going anywhere yet.
Yeah. It's sort of typical to how we play,
Yeah. Dominate the ball. Billy Burns sends it up.
Mark called. Mark.
Myler. Yeah, calls the mark. Take a breather for the Ospreys, I think. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to look to do now. And
come on, Osterman.
If you keep swearing like that on the channel, Stephen, you'll have to be kicked off. You can't be saying things like that.
All right. Joking. It's Ospreys is one-off round,
It is interesting that we are doing my team against your team, because last season I think there was a chance that we'd face you in Europe at one point, but we lost our game, and I think we would have played you if we'd have beaten.
Oh, yeah, that's
I
right.
can't remember. I think we needed to beat Newcastle to face you. I'm not sure who it was. We needed to beat someone to potentially face you. But inevitably, as Ospreys, we lost. So, what are you doing, Max Nagy?
Thought you get the Ospreys.
Bit nervy.
Yeah.
We are really struggling with, just having what we need to do is just have the ball just for a few phases, just go through a few phases, have the ball in hand. Although you haven't really threatened yet.
What a ball! Who's that?
That's a lovely offload. Wow. Is that a high tackle from Reece Webb? Referee says no, I don't think so.
No. That must have been Angus Curtis. I think it was.
Really nice that from Ulster. Ulster here just inside the Ospreys half, building nicely still. Nearly 5 minutes gone. Ospreys hardly have touched the ball. Allowing to McCluskey. Good strength.
All right. Timothy. Go on, Birds. But penalty to Ulster anyway.
Tried at the top, doesn't quite come off, but there was an advantage, I think. So,
Yeah,
what would be your decision here? Would you be going for the points here, or would you be thinking, put it down in the corner? We got a bit of momentum.
If it's Cooney at this stage, why not go for kick? But I wouldn't be surprised if they called, for a mark, go for a touch. That we make some decisions like that, but then end up don't working out for us. So it's all about the right decision here. Burns, come on.
Yeah. I think you're going for the corner. It looks like it. Billy Burns setting up to go for the corner.
There's our red corner, the Ulster White Walkers.
Yeah, that's them there. We see them there.
Oh, brilliant.
There they are. Glad to see them down there. Hopefully enjoying the game. And as I said, they did a fantastic pre-show game. And that was fantastic to see. Karma Peach in the chat. Hello from Switzerland. Hope you're doing well. Come on, Ulster, is Karma Peach's message. Ulster going to go for the corner here. And it's been all Ulster so far. We've had literally hardly any of the ball. I'm actually going to have a look now quickly to find the stats for this opening 5 or so minutes, because we really have not had any of the ball whatsoever. So, but our defence has looked pretty solid. Our defence has looked solid, but we haven't really been tested. That's a decent kick from Billy Burns.
I think it'll be interesting Ospreys to defend this here.
Yeah. So possession is 82% to Ulster at the minute. So that's how that's looking. So line out here just inside the 22 for Ulster. Bradley Roberts throws it in. It is claimed well. The maul is set up. And this maul looks pretty dangerous. Still moving forward. Called once by the referee. Bradley Roberts comes away with it. Decent little carry from him. John Cooney into McCluskey.
Come on.
Makes a couple of meters.
We're doing good here. We're doing very good here.
Yeah, again, very quick ball. We need to be slowing your ball down here. Timony tackled.
Already.
Or were we offside? Yes, we were. So advantage. Free play for Ulster here on the 5-meter line of the Ospreys. Still advantage.
All right, go Sullivan. Oh, he's going to try to go to the line here.
Can we hold him up? Hold him up, boys. Hold him up. Hold him up. And we've just about managed to hold them up and turn it over, but back for the original penalty for the offside.
Oh.
I think you'll go for the corner here again, won't you?
Yeah.
That'll be the sensible option.
No good kicking distance from there. Yeah, go for touch.
Yeah. Your driving ball is looking pretty good, I must say.
Oh yeah, I was saying there was one memory I remember going down to play you at Ospreys away, and I was in the bar watching it, and it wasn't a really good result. So I've got a bit of memory coming down to Ospreys and that there back in my head for some reason.
So the driving ball is set up. Bradley Roberts at the back with the ball in hand. This looks a little bit inevitable. As he keeps driving. Good defence from the Ospreys. Have they done it legally? Yes, they have. Somehow. We've done that legally. I don't know how, but we have.
Let's get in trouble.
About a metre short here, Ulster. Looking. There's space out wide. If they can go wide here, there's space to the left-hand side. One more pass from Billy Burns. Robert Balakoon can't quite reach the line. Just short.
I think Ospreys.
5 metres out. Really good counter-hooking from the Ospreys, and they've turned it over here. Brilliant work.
They turned it over.
Oh, just clear it, boys. Nothing's happening now.
This is a game. This is a game we're having right now.
Yeah, exactly. I think our defence has looked quite solid there, although I was worried about the speed of ball, you were getting the ball back. But our defence there, fairly solid. But again, we just cannot hold on to the ball. Ulster keep it alive from the box kick. Michael Lowry running at the defence, tackled in the end. Pops it back up, though.
Okay. Come on. Go on,
He gets that wide. Little dig through from Billy Burns doesn't quite work. Picked up by Stephen Myler. Chance for the Ospreys to have the ball a little bit here. Timony tries to get the turnover, but Ospreys still with the ball. Alex Cuthbert. First time we've mentioned him today. Ospreys a little bit of a chance. He's spread out wide. Jack Morgan. Good hands from the Ospreys here. Luke Morgan with a bit of space. Tackled, though, by McCluskey and Balakoon.
Oh.
It over.
Go on.
Yes, they have. Good turnover there in the end.
Ooh,
But
that's a good.
opened up, hasn't it, a little bit there?
Oh, I'm just surprised, Brandon, you're not wearing your Ospreys t-shirts because I'm wearing my own. And
I can't find it. I cannot find it. And I've got a cold, so I'm wearing a woolly jumper. That is my excuse today.
well.
But, there we go. I do have a scarf somewhere. I'll try and find it at half time. But I do have a scarf somewhere.
I had to wear the shirt. I had to wear the shirt
Yeah.
because I always wear the shirt when going to Ulster games.
I do have an Ulster shirt, though. I do have an Ulster shirt somewhere. I've got a lot of shirts. I'm going through them at the minute, actually, seeing what I've got. And but 10 minutes gone in this one, and still 0-0. And it's been all Ulster so far. What have you made of the opening 10 minutes?
It's been all possession to Ulster. We're having most of the ball. Like you said, Malcolm nearly should have gone over the try, in my opinion. But for some reason now I'm feeling nervous. I don't know why, but I think Ospreys are. I think they might show something here if they stick to their game plan. But it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, definitely it is. So line outs here to Ulster then.
Bradley Roberts.
And chance for them to build once again.
Here he is.
As Bradley Roberts finds his man, the driving maul is set up. Is that an advance? No, it's not. Bradley Roberts carries Reece Webb trying to hold him up. Told to release though. Tackle was completed. Cooney. Good hands from Ulster. Gets them into the 22.
All right.
Ball is still there though.
Sure.
From an Ospreys point of view, I've got to say the ball from Ulster is coming back way too quickly. We're not doing nearly enough to slow the ball down.
Aye.
But the defence has looked pretty solid, though. But we're just not committing at the breakdown. I don't know if that's a tactic that we're just we're not going to compete at the breakdown.
I do agree. I think
Jack Morgan, not rolling away. Advantage here.
Larry.
Oh, lovely hands to Michael Lowry. Good tackle coming in on him, though. Good offloaded from Ulster. They keep it alive. Balakoon on the right-hand side. Tackled by Myler.
Penalty for Ulster.
Myler needs to roll away, but he doesn't manage to do it. And another advantage. Billy Burns tries the cross kick. Where's it bouncing? Where's it come off? It's still there for Ulster.
Oh, unlucky. Penalty anyway to Ulster.
Yeah. Do you think he'll take the points here? Do you think that'll be the decision now after all that dominance to get some points on the board?
Yeah, I think so. I think Ospreys are showing a good bit of defence here. I think it's easy enough to take this points here and not panic too much,
Yeah.
Go on, Cooney. Take your points.
So Ulster here really offloading nicely there, and the Ospreys just not able to roll away in time, getting trapped. I think Jack Morgan got trapped. Stephen Myler got trapped there. And look, it's annoying, but you got to credit Ulster. The speed of ball that you're getting is what's causing the issues for us. And I don't understand it. We're not competing at the breakdown. You got someone like Jack Morgan, who is fantastic at jackling the ball. And for some reason, we're not competing there. I'm quite surprised by that. Maybe the plan is just let them have the ball and we'll trust in our defence. You've gone for the corner. Interesting choice. Are you surprised by that?
Oh, that's very surprising. If there's an opportunity, Brandon, if we wanted to go for points, we could have done. Who's calling it? Is it Billy Burns calling it going for touch? Yeah. I mean, that's the wrong decision, in my opinion.
So line out here, 2 Ulster, 5 meters out, 4th line out, 5 meters out. I want to say something like that now. They do win it though.
Hey,
and a big drive here, you'd expect.
They have to pay it off if they want to go for touch here. Come on.
Ball is still there. John Cooney finally gets it out into McCluskey. Well tackled. Discipline needs to be really good here from the Ospreys.
David McCann.
Oh, is that a deliberate knock on?
Oh.
Or is it just a knock in the tackle?
It might have been
just a knock on. Just a knock on.
Still going. Come on.
McCluskey tries to go for the line. Big tackle coming in on him, but they keep the ball alive. Still advantage to Ulster.
Ronnie Robert. Yeah. Oh, wow. Scrum.
And there we go. Scrum to Ulster. It feels inevitable now. 14 minutes and 10 seconds gone. Still 0-0, but still all Ulster Ospreys defending for their lives here. And I've got to say, putting us under a lot of pressure. But scrum here. And first, is this going to be the first scrum of the game?
Yeah, it is, yeah. First scrum of the game.
So, I mean, it's taken nearly 15 minutes to have a first scrum. That's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, no, that long, like you.
Owen Watkin getting a little bit of treatment. Karma Peach, just want to confirm this is not you, Stephen. Years ago, I worked in Ulster Hospital with a guy called Stephen Somerville.
Ulster. That's definitely Belfast, but I don't. Nah, it has to be someone else. But that's mad. Oh, that's a wow.
So Ospreys get a chance to get some refreshments as we see the South Wales Ulster Supporters Club.
Yep.
Once again in the crowd, which is great to see them there.
I don't get why the cameraman from last week in the RDS never showed my section, because I was with the pure Loyal West supporters, and they had this big banner that was really should have been on the TV, in my opinion, to show the moment. Instead, they showed this camera of these two older people with Ulster, like do not, you know what I mean?
Oh, I think we're going to check the deliberate knock on here. I think we're having a look at it.
Massive amount, but it's certainly got to come up onto the channel.
They're going to have a look at it here. My initial reaction was that I was in the tackle, so I didn't feel like it was.
Right.
What was your initial reaction? What did you think? We're looking at it here. Oh no! I think that's a deliberate knock on, isn't it?
That's a knock on. That's a knock on, in my opinion.
I think this is going to be a yellow. I think Luke Morgan's in trouble here.
Because it hits here. So
and the thing is, he's not even in the tackle, is he? He's going for the tackle, but he's not there. So I think this is going to be a yellow.
It's going to have to be a yellow card here, and nothing else,
And there's no cover out there, is there? So I think this is going to be a yellow to Luke Morgan.
I'd be surprised.
Is it going to be a penalty try, because there was nobody out there either? So
I wouldn't be surprised with a penalty try, but that would definitely help us. Penalty try.
Yeah, yellow card and a penalty try to Ulster Ospreys there. A little bit of lack of discipline from Luke Morgan, and a yellow card for him, and Ulster take the lead, and it's what they deserve. It's what you guys deserve. You've had a really good start to the game. Ulster 7, Ospreys 0. The referee just explaining his decision to Rhys Webb.
Yeah, big start.
It's the thing with that, though, is we can't complain about that as Ospreys fan. It's a clear knock-on. It's a deliberate knock-on. It's a silly mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
So one of your wings is out for 10 minutes?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've struggled anyway so far. Happy Christmas from Rerin. Happy Christmas to you as well. It's a little bit early for me to be saying that, but not too long to go now. If you guys are interested, yes, I know Forever Sports does quite a few watch-alongs. He's a great watch. But the Lions leading the Stormers by 7 points to 0. And I'm sure we'll have a chat at half-time about the games last night and about that game. So we've restarted here.
Okay.
And Ulster 7 points to 0. Ulster, dominated every aspect of the game so far. Ospreys with a man down. Luke Morgan in the bin for a deliberate knock-on.
I think now's the opportunity. If we see someone like Walker being sent off for about 10 minutes, now's the opportunity for us to get another score on the board to really get the scoreboard up. In my opinion, as an Ulster perspective.
I think first we just need to have a bit of the ball. We're actually doing all right here, having a little bit of possession. Are they offside there? No.
Yeah, I was wondering about that actually.
But Ospreys a little bit of possession just inside the Ulster half here. First time we've managed to put any phases together in this opening 15 minutes. Advantage, though. I mean, we have to take the points here. Take the points. Myler, step up and take the points. Just get some points. Easy points. Offside there. Frustrating that for Ulster, I guess, after doing so well. But look, if I'm Rhys Webb now, I'm saying to Myler, kick this over. Just get some points. It'll take time down, and we are going for the posts. So chance before.
Definitely. I mean, no surprise. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah. A little bit of lack of discipline there from Ulster there.
I mean,
miles offside.
Eric O'Sullivan, man, caught offside.
Bit too eager. So chance for Myler.
This is gonna really be interesting.
Take the whole minute and a half to take this kick. That's what I want him to do. Stephen Myler, what a signing he's been, by the way, for us. What a signing. What a free as well. He's such a reliable goal kicker.
You're definitely lucky to get him.
Yeah. But it's interesting when Anscombe is fully back in the squad, who starts. Because I think Myler's been our best player, really, this season. So I'd be surprised, if Myler didn't continue. But Myler steps up, kicks.
Well, points over the board, yeah.
And he's got it. So Ospreys have their first points of the afternoon. Ospreys 3, Ulster 7. 17 minutes and about 20 seconds gone. Ospreys 3, Ulster 7.
Ulster will need to think about taking them points as well going forward. Because
were you surprised to see that you kept going to the corner, although the Ospreys defence on the whole looked pretty strong?
A wee bit surprised, but if he's making the right decisions, that making them getting a try over the line, then obviously I'm gonna back it. But I said I was a wee bit surprised, but I'm glad it paid out in the end.
Indeed. So line out here to Ulster though. After quite a difficult restart for the Ospreys, Billy Burns. The wind, I think, took that one. Alex Cuthbert getting caught.
Yep, Ulster. Stuart McCluskey goes on here.
Good run from McCluskey there. Ospreys need to roll out the way. Owen Watkin can't get there. And again, a very silly penalty to give away advantage to Ulster here with the extra man as well. Again, discipline needs to be good here.
We need to keep moving forward and not stay in the same position all the time, All right, Burns.
Still advantage. Burns into McCluskey. McCluskey fires it out to McElroy. He's caught Lowry. Good feet from him.
Back for the penalty.
Lovely work at the breakdown from Ospreys, but back for the original penalty. And I think the ref might want to have a word here with Webb about the number of penalties as well, to be honest. I think he's going to have a little word with him here.
All right.
So, he's given a warning here to Webb.
If I was Ulster now, take your points.
And I think Cooney is stepping up to take the points here. Is it just a late tackle? I think it's just a late tackle, isn't it? Oh, no, not rolling away, from Watkin.
Oh, yeah.
It's difficult though because he's got trapped in, hasn't he? He's trying to move, but he's got trapped. But I think the old law used to be that if you look like you're trying to move, you're okay. But now it seems that you have to move. You literally have to get out the way. I think that's just to speed the game up, isn't it now? So, but Cooney with his first chance of the afternoon to get some points for Ulster and just to open that gap a little bit more.
It's all about making these right decisions. And hopefully,
so John Cooney here.
Well, Cooney.
Here we go. Steps up, kicks, and he's successful. And Ulster get back their 7-point lead. Ulster leading here by 10 points to 3 as we edge towards the end of the first quarter. And Ulster, it's been all Ulster so far, really. And I think you feel a bit of relief there that they took the points.
Yep. If they would have went for touch, I would have been giving out all kinds of stuff because you're risking going for 7 points and you potentially could give away a penalty. But all well to get the 3 points now on the board. Now we need to get going now from this.
Exactly. There we go. But there we go. 20 minutes gone. Ulster leading by 10 points to 3. If you're enjoying this, please do hit the like, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, of course, and make sure to follow on Facebook as well. I'm going to drop a link to Stephen's channel in the chat right now. Do head over there and subscribe. He does lots of match reactions, sometimes at the stadium, if he is down there, of course, as well, like he was last week. I'm going to drop a link in the chat now. Let's see if we can get him up to 400 subscribers. not too far away from that target now. So make sure to head over and subscribe to Stephen's channel. I will drop it in the link. That's all good, mate. Let's have a look at some of your comments. An interesting comment here for you to debate this, Stephen. What do you make of this comment? The problem for Ulster is they can't last the season. They've run out of energy by April. What do you make of that comment? Do you agree with that?
I definitely agree in what he's saying. But that's not to say if it's all bad. Like, you look at if it's hard to debate Leicester were to sort of dominate every year, then you can't blame anything about it. If we were sort of died down in April because of Leicester, but I definitely get where he's coming from. But I think now with this Ulster team, there's no excuse now to sort of die off on April when it comes to springtime. Hopefully, if we kick on from this, but no, I get what he's saying. But I would definitely think we hopefully kick on here in April.
Indeed, yeah. So a scrum here, right in the middle of the park. And it'll be Ulster's ball. John Cooney with the ball just inside the Ospreys half. And chance for Ulster to create some attacking play here. And the scrum
Ulster,
still there. Good push from the Ospreys, but Ulster do get it out. Cooney. Lovely hands into Cooney. Cooney out wide. Good run from Billy Burns. Tackle though. Inside the Ospreys. I think the Ospreys may have turned this over, but I think they've illegally so.
Oh, they turned over.
And Ulster penalised, had the breakdown. But it's always really difficult to defend a scrum like that because it's in the middle of the park. You can go either way. You can do any kind of play that you want. And lovely wraparound from Cooney. I think for Ospreys now, we just need to manage the rest of the half. We need to just play sensibly, kick it down into your 22, play the territorial game, and not try and beat you at what you're good at. You're good at running with the ball, at throwing it about, at having some really nice patterns. We're not as good as you at doing that. So if we can play the different type of game, play the territory, play the physical game, take our points when we get the chance to do so, I think we stand a chance. But we don't get the ball.
The ball here. Wow.
Ulster have turned it over. In the line-outs, Bradley Roberts with a powerful run from the hooker.
Wow.
And Ospreys really not helping themselves here. McCluskey into Lowry, good feet from him. McElroy tackled by Nagy. Ulster just outside the 22 now as Cooney finds Billy Burns.
Come on.
And Ospreys just not able to get out of our own half.
They turned over. Ospreys, wow. They turned over again.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that was a turnover, but it is Morris turning the ball over. And chance to send this one downfield here.
This is where I don't like Ulster being at this stage. Next mistakes like that,
Yeah, it is Morris. Referee was quick to blow on that, but a good turnover regardless. Good powerful run there from Bradley Roberts.
I'm just hoping somewhere how long we can keep on from Bradley Roberts because I think he is a really good hooker.
So Ospreys send it down just between the 10-metre line and the 22. First chance we're really going to get to have possession in your half, to be honest. And hopefully we can build from it. I mean,
if you look at this is going to be interesting how Ulster defend this, like what we did last week. We need to continue that on. I hope and not show any weaknesses here because we do then we're in trouble.
Indeed. Luke Morgan is back on after his sin bin. And to be honest, from an Ospreys point of view, it's not been a bad 10 minutes at all. And I'm quite surprised that we're only losing by 7. From an Ulster point of view, are you frustrated that you haven't taken any more points?
Well, I don't know. See, I think the try was good, and I thought the points was good. I think that's all we can go for right at the moment. But if there's any penalties to come up, say, for Ulster now going forward, take your points because that'll give you the advantage and let less impact from the Ospreys.
Indeed. Ospreys do win the line out, so chance to set up the maul. How will our maul do? It is moving forward slowly. Referee calls it once, bit of momentum here on the maul now. Much better. Reece Webb at the back wants it. Will he get it? Still moving forward here. The Ospreys up to the 22. Time to get it out. Reece Webb gets it out. Finds Owen Watkin. Big run from him. Tackled in the end, though, by Timoney. Into Michael Collins. Ospreys just outside the 22 now. First time.
Well done, Andy Roberts.
And Reece Webb has gone and knocked it on.
Knocked on by Reece Webb. Wow.
Yeah, so the first time we've had possession near your 22, we knock it on.
It's been kind of penalties from both sides.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoever that tackle, well done. Dave McCann.
I think it's Timoney, isn't it?
Sean
McCann.
Reedy. Sean Reedy.
Yeah. And Bradley Roberts coming in there trying to disrupt things.
Oh, what a man. What a tackle that.
And scrum will be to Ulster just outside their own 22. The thing is, though, for Ospreys, it's a bit of a weird one because, as I said before, we're only 7 points down. We've not really been in the game at all. And one converted try, you know, we're level all of a sudden. So
exactly. I mean,
it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because we're not playing well. It's not that we're not playing well. It's that we just haven't had the ball. We've actually defended pretty well, but we just haven't had the ball. And when we do get the ball, we knock it on. So
what works for Ulster is whenever they were to defend last week, they still had the ball. They did all those things right last week. Like you said, Ospreys are defending, but they haven't really much of the ball. I think that works in Ulster's favour a wee bit because you know, to carry that on. It's a case of if Ospreys can, you know, get that weakness out of their minds to sort of kick on here.
Indeed. So scrum here to Ulster. Good shove coming on from the Ospreys, but Ulster do manage to get it out. That's the only real area of dominance we've had in this game is that the scrum. Where's that bounce going? Go on, pick it up.
Oh, wow.
Finally. Alex Cuthbert pounces on it. Everyone just kind of stopped and watched the ball and nobody went for it.
Oh, I know. He should have picked it up, Larry, there.
Yeah. Ospreys with a little bit of possession on their own 10-metre line. I think Webb is going to send this one up. And just under 13 minutes to go until half-time.
Cooney.
Luke Morgan chasing this one. Cooney takes it well, though.
Bird picks it up. Oh, come on.
This is where you
pick it out now. Come on.
So Cooney's going to send this one up. It looks like it, and he certainly does.
Balkin.
Nice, Nagy. Good take. Right, come on. Let's build something. Oh, why are you kicking it?
Oh, Max.
Oh, you absolute.
Wow.
What is the point kicking it there? We've had no possession, and we've just kicked it away. It's just such. I don't understand that.
That's a good call from Larry, but like you said, the Ospreys had to do that there. I mean, but look, Larry there, he's made a mistake now.
He's just kicked it back to the Ospreys. So chance here for Nagy to run into Morris, who takes us just into the Ulster half. Myler looks up, steps past one, tackled though. Webb finds it out here. Comes Morris once again.
Oh, wow.
But the defence from Ulster, I've got to say, does look pretty strong. And we just got to be a little bit more creative, find ways to...
Tackle, what?
The other man down, Nagy is down for the Ospreys.
Yeah, they got the penalty.
And they got Webb takes it quickly. Go on, Webb! Run!
Oh, no. Go on, Balakun.
Tries a little kick. Balakun looks set to catch that, which he does. Well, and I think that'll be a... Did he jump on the man on the floor, potentially?
Oh, God.
Ospreys trying to push Ulster back here.
No, kick it out.
Literally on their own try line here. Ulster. Cooney is going to try and box kick this one away, which he does. He hasn't really got much distance.
Oh, well.
First chance, though, for Ospreys really to attack in the 22 here now. We've got to secure the ball.
This all came from Larry making a mistake from his own penalty.
Yeah. Max Nagy is down. Now, he came on to... he started because Dan Evans was out injured at fullback. So he's now injured. So if we're looking at the bench, the only reasonable person I can think of is Gareth Anscombe. I think you bring Anscombe on and you play him at fullback. I think that's what we got to do. If he has to go off, or maybe I don't think Thomas Wheeler can do a job at fullback. I really don't. He's more of a centre. So I think you might have to look to bring Anscombe on in this situation. And let's have a look at some more of your comments on the Ulster situation. I think it's just that last season Ulster were very good and should be winning the Challenge Cup. We watched that game together, didn't we, against Quins? I think was Leicester last year. And yeah, that was an interesting one. Anscombe is on for Nagy. I think he may have broken a wrist or something like that. He's holding his arm pretty shakily. So Gareth Anscombe on for the Ospreys, probably earlier than expected. Katie asks what's the score. It's rolling on the bottom of your screen. It is Ulster 10, Ospreys 3. We're about 30 minutes into the game. So Ulster leading by 10 points to 3.
Oh, yeah. Make sure to watch both our reactions as opposite position fans, as this is going right to the potential wire here.
Indeed, it is. So the driving maul set up by the Ospreys here. It looks pretty solid. Going forward nicely here.
That's concerning. They're driving well here. They're driving well. And they got
really well. Advantage to the Ospreys as well.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, Webb, get it out and try something. We've got the advantage. Oh, he's so slow from the base.
Tackle, Ulster. Come on, make a tackle.
Luke Morgan. Tackled.
Look at the penalty.
And we'll come back for the original penalty. And it's a difficult decision here. Do we take the points or do we go for the corner? Because the maul is looking really tasty at the minute. I'd be tempted to go for the corner here. Anscombe on, as I said before, so good to see him back in an Osprey shirt after such a long time with injury, but good to see him back.
Oh, Bradley Roberts is down here for Ulster.
He is, isn't he? He looks in quite a bit of pain.
Oh, wow.
Of course, Wales international now. He is down. Ospreys have gone to the corner. Stephen Myler sticks it in the corner. So we're going to back our driving maul. 10 minutes to go until half time. A little bit concerning, your defence on the driving maul there, do you think?
Always because it's how we play. I'm always concerned whenever anyone gets up to right anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Indeed. Yeah, we have Tom Stewart on the bench for you, number 16. Another a potential homegrown hooker. Do we bring him on or do we take? That's going to be the big question here.
Yeah, let's have a look at the options that Ulster do have. As you said, you got Stewart who could come on for sure, could play in that position and make the difference there if Bradley Roberts is unable to continue. So we're yet to see who will replace him. So we're going to wait and see for that.
If he's okay though, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, but when we have the ball, we look okay, especially with the driving maul. But we just haven't had enough ball today, so that's been the big frustration. Sean O'Farrell says Ulster can be good, but they seem to give more penalties while under pressure, and they, in my opinion, just go direct and not play as expansive as the other Irish regions. So I don't know if I'd agree with that. I think Ulster do play quite expansive, don't they?
I think they do. I think they definitely do. I think it's just a case of certain penalties going our way, and we just we're unable to get it over. You see, but I would definitely think we're definitely expansive. We just haven't capitalized on it,
Yeah. So Ospreys with the ball, the line did go down. It's another advantage to the Ospreys here, and surely we've got to try something here. Ball into Jack Morgan, lovely whip around from Webb, inside to Luke Morgan, 5 meters out now for the Ospreys. Big carry coming in from Morgan Morris. Is he over the line? Has he scored? Morgan Morris reaches and scores. And Ospreys get their try from the driving maul. And it is Morris who crashes over. And it is Ospreys 8, Ulster 10. Stephen, you're shaking your head. Tell me about it. What's going on for Ulster right now?
Let's just hope this doesn't come back to bite us as always. That's my mentality.
Indeed.
But that was good work into getting that over.
Yeah. I think the thing is, though, we know that physically we're a big side, so we need to look to use our big ball carriers. Morgan Morris does really well to turn there and reach out, not to do the double movement. And yeah, I mean, for all the dominance you guys have had, I don't really think we've truly been in the game.
Well,
but
it's tight.
Yeah, it is tight, isn't it? It is tight indeed.
Aye.
Some interesting comments coming in on Mac Hansen, one of the best signings for Connacht. He was fantastic last night. Although defensively he's not great, he is exciting with ball in hand, isn't he?
I just want to make sure here that Bradley Roberts has come off for Tom Stewart.
Yes, he has. Yeah.
So it is a big game for Tom Stewart. I think this is Tom Stewart's. I don't know if it's his first game, but you know, this is gonna be a big test alongside Alex Largo, Sullivan, Tom Hill, with Jan McGrath, Marty Murray potentially come on.
So Stephen Myler lines up the conversion and is successful. So we are all level here with 33 minutes gone. Ospreys 10, Ulster 10, and we are edging towards half time. And don't forget, at half time we'll take a quick break, but we will be back to discuss the first half, yesterday's games, and the other game going on today, of course. And yeah, we won't be long at all. But Ulster get us restarted here, 10 points apiece then.
I hope Robertson's injury is not too serious now, you know.
Yeah, so just to confirm that Stewart is on for Bradley Roberts, as Stephen said earlier on. So that change has gone through. Reece Webb will box kick this one away. Heading down towards Michael Lowry, who wins it in the air and plays it to Rob Ballacoon. Ballacoon back in the team today after his involvement with Ireland. Tell me about him. How exciting talent is he? Because I think he's a brilliant player. Ospreys have turned it over here.
God. Well, that was poor by Ulster there.
Oh, and what? Luke Morgan, dancing feet from him. Ospreys with a little bit of confidence here. Maybe a chance to go wide.
Oh, for goodness sake. Another penalty given away.
Another penalty. Penalised at the breakdown, Ulster are. And again, if I was Ospreys here, you just try something and
go for kick.
Go for kick, absolutely. Go in the lead at half time with 5 minutes to go till half time. I think you take the points and you say, right, you know, we're in the lead. We don't deserve to be in the lead, really, but we certainly take the points. Katie Surgeon asks opinions on Jacob Stockdale as an Ulsterman. What do you make of him? You a fan of his?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, 2018 was the year of Jacob Stockdale. To be honest, I think he's one of he's definitely grown, but I think there's some elements of the game he needs to improve on. But I think Stockdale is worthy of being one of my favorite Ulster players. I think.
And I think he'll always be a hero for Ireland after scoring that try against the All Blacks a few years ago.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure he will be a hero for them. So Myler's going to go for the post. So chance for the Ospreys to take the lead for the first time in this game. And he should be getting this kick.
Yeah, should. But here comes the play.
4.5 minutes to go till half time.
Doesn't say anything.
Big kick, this. Really big kick.
He should get this over, in my opinion.
He should do. Steps up, he kicks. It looks pretty good. And it is good. And the Ospreys take the lead here. Ospreys are leading now by 13 points to 10 as we edge towards the end of the first half. Don't forget, I'm an Ospreys fan. Stephen is an Ulster fan.
Yep.
So there is a rivalry going on today, which is interesting on a watch long for us too. But
yes.
So
we Ulster sort of what do you call it? Sort of like died down a wee bit in this game now. But, yeah.
I think we've settled into the game more because at the start of the game, the amount of possession you had, I think like 10 minutes into the game, it's like 82% possession to you. And it was very similar to what happened last week with Leinster. I think you can see comparisons to the two games, can't you, where Ulster have dominated so much and yet haven't really done all that much of the ball. We have literally, though, just saying that we have literally kicked it out on the full and given you a line out on our 22. So after doing something really well and getting a penalty and kicking the point, we just go and do that. But, probably final chance of the first half for Ulster to get some points. First line out for Stewart, I want to say as well.
Big throw here.
So line to Ulster. He goes to the back of the line, well taken, and the driving maul is set up now. Important that Ospreys hold their discipline. Ulster will be looking to retake the lead at the end of this first half, and the driving maul looks pretty good. And there's an advantage as well.
Come on.
John Cooney gets it out, finds McCluskey, steps inside, tackled by his opposite, Mano and Watkin. And some big caviars coming in here for Ulster.
Oh, McCann.
Still playing the advantage.
Stop Stewart. Burns. Oh, my goodness.
And the ball there, but we'll come back for the original penalty. What do you think here? Corner, or are we going for the posts? What would you be advising here?
Half time. I wouldn't mind going for points here. Just keep it like, but I wouldn't mind at all going for touch for some reason. I don't know why I'm going down that route as well.
Yeah.
Are they confident they can get over the line here? That's the thing.
So about 2 minutes to go until half time. Interesting to see what Ulster are going to do here. I think.
Yeah, I think they're going for touch here.
They are. They're backing themselves. Billy Burns has the ball in hand, so it looks as if they're going to try and back the driving maul. You surprised to see that?
I don't know if it works out. If we were to go away penalty, I would not be happy because you could take the points there, you know.
Yeah. So line out to Ulster, then 5 meters out. Less than 2 minutes to go until half time. Definitely last chance here for Ulster.
Get the driving maul going. Come on.
Really good driving maul set up here from Ulster. Ospreys have to defend here.
Go on.
The drive is on. The drive looks pretty good. It's kind of gone static. Where is that ball, though? That's the big question. It is there for Cooney if he can find it. But penalty to the Ospreys on their own try line.
Of course.
Off his feet. And that decision to go to the corner now looks a little bit silly from Ulster. And Ospreys will have a chance to go in at the lead at half time. And brilliant defence from Ospreys there.
They're obviously going for the driving maul, but, you know, like I said, you could take the points there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was surprised it didn't take the points there because on the whole, I think we've defended really well. You know, I think our defence has been pretty solid. So I'm surprised that you didn't take the points.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Because, and that's been our downfall,
yeah. So scrum to the Ospreys. Sean O'Fowl says it's not Andy Fowler's fault that most of the players in Ireland are from Leinster. I feel the other Irish players from the Ulster, etc., need to put their hands up more often. Was there anyone that you felt that maybe should have been in the Ireland squad that wasn't in the Ireland squad from the other regions? Maybe a Jack Carty or someone like that?
I think, see, the thing is, we like to, you know, go at players if they haven't had good performances in, say, the Six Nations or the Summer Tours. But I wouldn't really debate any of our teams, really, because the Ireland teams have proven to me over the years that they can deliver. Even out of nowhere, like James Lowe, he had a poor nations, but look what he's done. He's come back and he's revolutionized himself against New Zealand. And you know, for me, I don't really judge myself really on our squads. Really, it's all about picking the players that will do the job. Really, in my opinion. So I have a different perspective to what I see in Ulster-wise. You know.
Indeed. It is now half time as Myler kicks it off. Ospreys are leading by 13 points to 10. We will be back in a second to discuss that first half. I'm going to go grab a cup of tea. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Make sure if you're watching to like the stream, that you have subscribed as well to the channel here. And of course, head over to Stephen Somerville Irish Rugby and subscribe over there. We will be back in a bit. Don't go anywhere. Make sure, as I said, to keep the comments coming in the chat. See you in a second. So there we go. We are back. It is half-time down at the Swansea.com Stadium. Ospreys leading Ulster by 13 points to 10. And to be honest, probably against the run of play, really, in this one. Thank you very much, Sean. It is Stormers 12, Lions 13. Lions looking for only their second win of the season, I want to say. And there's a lot to discuss at half-time. I just want to share something very quickly with you folks. And I'd love you to get involved with this. On my Twitter and on my Facebook page, if you have not yet followed them, make sure to do so, because every day at around 9:30 UK time, I release a short video on the latest news in the rugby world. It's about 2 minutes long, very easy to watch, and the latest rugby news. So do head over to my Facebook page if you're watching on YouTube and hit the like and the follow button over there. That'll be massively appreciated. There's a link in the chat right now. And of course, do head over to my Twitter as well, as I post quite a few times a day on there with all the latest rugby news. Of course, we were covering the situation out in South Africa with the 4 sides stuck out there. And so the link to the Twitter as well is in the chat now. So do head over there and give them a follow if you'd like to do so. So that would be really good if you'd like to do that. It'd be great to hear your thoughts as always. In fact, while we just wait for Stephen, let me share with you today's Rugby Union Daily. Have a listen to this. This is what you can
to Rugby Union Daily. This is the show that looks at the latest breaking rugby news of the day. So make sure to follow me on whichever platform you are currently watching. First news story of the day is around Charles Piutau. What a player he is. He has won 17 caps for the All Blacks, but he has spoken yesterday and today about his desire to represent Tonga. Of course, with the changes in eligibility laws, that is something that he could certainly look to do. He said that his heart is with two nations. Worcester Warriors lock Anton Bressler has signed for French top 14 side Racing 92. That deal is going to go through with immediate effect. The 33-year-old Namibian joined from Edinburgh in December 2017 and did extend his contract in 2019, but he is off to France. There were quite a few games last night up here in the Northern Hemisphere. We saw the Sharks beat the Blue Bulls 30 points to 16. Lucan and Van Vuren getting some tries there. Edinburgh beat Benetton 24 points to 10 to continue their 4-game unbeaten run. Leinster bounced back from defeat last week to beat Connacht 47 points to 19, while Gloucester beat the Bristol Bears 27 points to 10. Today's games, we have quite a few games indeed. Starting off with Ospreys against Ulster down at the Swansea.com Stadium in the URC. Stormers against the Lions, 3 o'clock here in the UK, that's 5 o'clock out in South Africa. Exeter hosts Sarries in the Prem, alongside London Irish against Newcastle. Northampton Saints versus Bath, and Warriors versus Wasps. That's all a 3 o'clock kickoff. And the final game of the day today is Glasgow Warriors against the Dragons, kickoff at 25-8 up in Scotstoun. So there you go, those are your news stories for the day. Enjoy the rugby over the course of the day. Be sure to follow me here on Twitter, Instagram or Facebook, whichever platform you're watching. And I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
So there we go. That's what you can expect from Rugby Union Daily. That is daily around about 9:30 a.m. UK time. That is daily on the channel. And you can make sure to check that out. That is on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. So links are in the chat. So make sure to follow me on both of them. Thomas, I said, anyone know why Bradley Roberts was subbed off? He was injured. So Stewarts came on and injured him. Also for the Ospreys, and Nagy went off injured and was replaced by Anscombe. So that was an injury. Sorry to hear that, mate. It is live on Premier Sports in the UK, but you can stick around here and listen to myself. And he is back in the room. It is Stephen Somerville. You can listen to our commentary. Ospreys leading 13 points to 10 at half-time. Frustrating half for you as an Ulsterman, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, we were in full control, even in possession from where we're going. You know, we were getting a 10-free lead, but Ospreys came back into the game. You know, and Ulster kind of showing that last week. You need to keep really consistency going, not just by one game. It's not big win. It's all about continuing on this form, because you know Ospreys and Clermont are going to be coming up now, and it's really going to be crucial for us here. Need to get this win to really stay with Leicester. You know, at the top end of the table wise. You know that first team spot. But I think if you look at Ulster's bench, if there's any players I want to bring on, be Jack McGrath, Marty Moore, and the rest of the bench. Whenever they come on, I think you have to remember Jack McGrath is going to be coming back. You know, for his first game for Ulster. I think it was his. He was out for about a year and a half due to a hip problem. But if you bring on like Jack McGrath, Marty Moore, used to have that combination. I think back in the old Leinster days, then that's a good backup. It'll have to show what we're like in the second half. If we just drop down, then we're going to lose this game, Brandon. But if we improve, we got a good chance of winning. So all I need to see is good play in the second half and improve on the mistakes you've done in the first half.
Indeed. And if you want to hear Stephen's thoughts after the game, make sure to head over to his channel. We're going to drop a link in the chat now because it is half time. So do head over there, subscribe to his channel, of course, and make sure that you catch his post-match reaction to this one afterwards. And let's have a chat about yesterday's results then. And we will start, of course, it was last night. We saw the South Sea Sharks beat the Bulls 30 points to 16. The South Sea Sharks getting a good win there, and they'll be very happy to get that win. Probably much the better side with the likes of Lucanio Am. And let's talk about one of the Irish sides, though. Leinster 47, Connacht 19. What did you make of this game? Connacht very good in the first half, weren't they? But Leinster just had that little bit too much, didn't they?
Yeah, at the end of the day, Brandon, Leicester show why they're a really good team with good depth. I mean, I think I said, it's Connacht did their best in the first 40 minutes, but at the end of the day, Leicester just to control after that, and kind of definitely improved on what they did last week against Ulster. So I think Leicester will only kick on from this, and you think Connacht will want to improve definitely with their Championship Cup group games coming up as well. So overall, dominant performance by Leicester.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant performance from them. And the final of the game, just before the players, as the players are just coming out for the second half, was Benetton against Edinburgh. Edinburgh winning that one, 24 points to 10. Edinburgh playing some lovely rugby this season, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, to kind of improving on what they've done over the past few seasons. But I think Edinburgh will want to kick on from these results. You mean they've got the capabilities to do it with the players that they've got. So I hope them good luck to them. You know what I mean? Going forward to the end of the season.
Indeed. Right, the players are out. Billy Burns has the ball, and he has just kicked off to get us underway in this second half. Ospreys 13, Ulster 10. Make sure, as I said before, that you've liked the stream and subscribed as well. And we are away for the second half. What will be the message at halftime? What would have been the message at halftime for the Ulster players, do you think, Stephen?
I'd say stop making stupid mistakes. For example, you could have went for points there. That was an offering. You know what I mean? And Mull and Rucks. You know what I mean? Didn't work out. So it's getting those things right. If we can improve on those, then we'll have a good chance of winning the game.
Indeed. I think for Ospreys, the big thing will be, look, take points when you get them. Stick to the game plan, which is to be physical. Don't allow Ulster to get easy ball like we've just given a penalty away. So that's always good. And just keep things tight. I think that'll be the message for the Ospreys. And maybe compete a little bit more at the breakdown. I'd be surprised we haven't done that. We haven't competed much at the breakdown. Yeah, and we'll come back for the original penalty for the offside there.
Okay. I think Ulster want to improve on these penalties because on them really worked out for us now.
Indeed.
Okay.
Of course, next week we have the European games, so we'll be doing watch-alongs for a few of the games next week. So make sure to join me for that. Really looking forward to that one. Ospreys have the Sale Sharks, while Ulster have
Claremont away.
Claremont away. Big game, that.
Yep.
Big game. Big
game. Biggest game of the pool.
Aye, indeed. And Claremont, thank you, Gregor, for letting us know. Claremont won this weekend by 39 points to 11. So looking pretty good indeed. Ulster here with a line-out just outside the Ospreys 22. Some lovely movement here from them. Tackled well by Owen Watkin, though. And you feel like the first score in this second half is going to have a big, big say on the result of the game.
Oh yeah, it is definitely. I mean, you think hope Ulster can do it, or the ones to do it, but we'll have to wait and see.
Indeed. Ulster going through the forwards here. Just outside the 22, Cooney gets it out to Billy Burns. Good carry by Timoney.
All right, come on.
Ball is still there, though. Moving forward nicely here, Ulster.
Go on, Tom Sheard.
I think we are trying to compete a little bit more at the breakdown, which is good to see. McCluskey. Has he been held up in the tackle? No.
Oh.
Gets it down eventually. Ospreys trying to turn it over. Still there, though, for this Ulster side.
Come on. Oh, wow.
Ospreys have managed to slow the ball down a little bit. Once again, McCluskey been trying to held up. Have Ospreys managed to do no? Tackle goes to the ground. Ball is still there for Cooney.
Come on, Ulster.
Big ball carriers come up as they push towards the 5 metre line. Timoney once again finds his man. Good carry there. Oh, lovely
Ulster.
step.
Come on, Ulster.
2 metres short. Billy Burns fires it out. McElroy goes to the line, tackled by Bradley Collins.
Oh, well done. Come on.
Just about a metre short now for Ulster.
Oh,
good defensive from the Ospreys. Discipline has to be good.
They're pushing us back here.
Good defence from the Ospreys. Good tackle coming in from Alex Cuthbert.
Oh. Oh. Go on, use some more, Ulster. Come on. It's coming. It's coming.
Good hands. Ulster still building, about 3 meters short here.
Come on,
He looks
use it.
pretty strong.
Ah, knocked on.
Knocked on by Ulster. And Ospreys will have the scrum. I'm surprised that Ulster don't look to spread it out wide more, that you just keep going through the forwards. I'm quite surprised by that.
I don't get that at all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Richard Huey says Stormers are 12 and Lions are 13 into the game. Second half is about to kick off. We'll keep an eye on the score in that one. Thank you for letting us know that, Richard. Hope you are doing very well.
Oh.
I'm not even sure if that's a knock on. I thought it came off his foot. But I'm not the referee.
They're making a change here, but
yeah, potentially a change here for the Ospreys. I think everyone is back okay.
Yeah, there's a change.
What's the snack of choice today then?
Sorry?
What have you got? What have you got? What are you eating?
It's a lovely brownie, so it is.
Ooh.
Yep.
Lovely.
Oh yeah. I got it from the Christmas market actually.
Oh, nice.
It's one of the better ones, you know.
Definitely.
Oh
no, Premier Sports back.
What's the coverage doing, man?
My coverage is back, but there are lines going across my screen. But that's Premier Sports for you.
And of course, Ospreys get the penalty, man.
Penalty at the scrum for the Ospreys. Then we are back with our coverage on Premier Sports, and losing their bind there. So chance for Myler to send this one down. Do you feel like Ulster maybe are starting to force things a little bit too much, that there isn't enough patience?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you think the changes will want to be coming on. Like, I don't think Tom O'Toole, Tom Sherry, or Sullivan can continue on, much longer. You're going to need Jan McGrath to come in now and Murray Moore. I think that's crucial. And then maybe a Craig Gilroy, you think about it. And I'll ask definitely Nathan Doak as well.
Yeah, well, let's have a look actually at the benches.
I've actually come on now. Would you prefer?
Yeah, change here for Ulster. We'll show you that one now.
Yeah.
McGrath is on the pitch. I think Eric O'Sullivan has gone off, so that change has gone through for Ulster. If you're looking at the bench there, anyone else that you'd like to see come on anytime soon?
I think Marcus Ray, Mick Carney, and Nathan Doak would definitely be options.
Yeah, Nathan Doak would speed the game up a little bit more, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would.
Certainly offer that option. For the Ospreys, again, we've already got a couple. We got Gareth Anscombe on. I'd be surprised if we see Ruben Morgan-Williams yet. Another penalty for the Ospreys here, though, on the halfway line. And discipline for Ulster is beginning, is beginning to creep in here for the away side. So scrum here. Scrum here for Ospreys. 7 minutes and 20 seconds gone in this second half.
Like Ethan McElroy needs to do better, and he can't just it's good I'm tackling by Ospreys, but that's not good. That's not good enough.
I think the problem there is that the Ulster players around him have got to get him to ground. Have got to get him to ground, and they go for the maul, they go for the push, which is a bit of a strange tactic. You've got to get the guy down, because straight away, look, McElroy, he's quick, fairly strong, but when you get two forwards on him, we're going to always look to hold the man up. It's just an obvious tactic that we're going to try. Good run from Alex Cuthbert. A double movement from him. He was tackled. He was held.
Penalty to Ulster.
Silly penalty to give away there. And chance for Billy Burns to send this one down.
Yeah, come on, Billy. Good kick here.
As he sends it down. And it's a decent kick indeed.
Yeah, all right. Kick there, Indeed.
Decent kick there. So, Well, it's tight, 13 points to 10 down at the Swansea.com stadium.
Oh, tell me about it. It's not going to go right to the wall. It's going to be nervous stuff for both teams here.
It is. And it's quite a big game for both teams because Ulster obviously got a really good win last week and you want to build upon that. And we obviously lost against Connacht after having a decent start to the season. We want to get back. More is on for O'Toole for Ulster. That change has gone through for them.
That was a poor line out, though. But picked it up, okay.
Ulster still the ball here, just inside the 22 of the Ospreys. And Michael Lowry gives it into Billy Burns. Good line from him. Ospreys trying to turn it over, but unable to do so.
Come on.
Important stages of the game here.
We go again with that maul, man.
Cooney into McCluskey. Good hands. Michael Lowry out on the wing. Tackled well.
Go on, Lowry. Go on, McGrath.
The ball is still there for Ulster.
Is this the situation where it gets more slower? Oh.
Ospreys managing to slow the ball down a little bit here. It's McCluskey. Carries.
Oh, wow. Tom Stewart. Come on.
Good discipline from the Ospreys so far in this phase of play.
Really good defending from Ospreys. Yeah.
The thing is, though, I don't want to jinx anything, but I don't feel like Ulster are doing enough to really test us. They're not trying any nice little runs in behind. They're not trying. Oh, as I say, that Billy Burns makes half a break, but they're not. It's very route one. It's give it to the forwards, take into contact, give it to the forwards, take it into contact, and it's really easy defending from the Ospreys. And it feels as if Ulster maybe are waiting for the Ospreys to give away a penalty or something like that.
I've seen this before, Brandon. It's cost us. You know what I mean? So.
Advantage, though, as I just say, high tackle.
Yeah.
So penalty here to Ulster. So free play for them here. James Cody, I will be. I'm not sure yet on which games. I'll do some for the Champions Cup and the Challenge Cup as well. But I'll post on my community tab on Twitter and Facebook over the next week. Penalty, though, to Ulster. What's the decision here? Are you going for the posts, do you think?
Go for post, definitely.
Yeah, it's right in front of the post, isn't it? Just looking at it here, Jack Morgan with a high tackle. It's a seatbelt tackle, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
I like that, you know.
Exactly, yeah.
But seriously, go for points. I'd be surprised if you go for touch again.
Yeah. Big moment in the game here. Decision time for Ulster. I think he's probably going to look to go to the post here.
Yeah, McKinney's still on. You think he had to take it?
Yeah, he's going to take the points. And maybe that's a sign of respect to the Ospreys that, the defence is holding up. But you need to take points here and we'll be all level. So it'll be a tight less than half an hour now, actually. But definitely not long to go now.
I mean, it's going to... Hopefully this is straightforward.
Right in front of the post, so he should get it.
But for sure, he missed one that was so easy to get, but he missed it one time. But there we go. There we go.
He's got it. So we're all square here. Ospreys 13, Ulster 13. With about 27 and a half minutes to go in this one, we are all square now. Nervy times. An Ospreys fan and an Ulster fan here. A change for Ulster. Carney on for O'Connor. That change has happened in the lock.
Right.
And it has been a physical game, hasn't it? So not surprised to see quite a few changes early on.
Yeah. McCarney, former Leinster player, former Zebra player. Yeah. So it's it won't be. I think the likes of Ian Anderson, Kieran Treble, and O'Connor ahead of him. I think McCarney's a decent player.
No, indeed. Sent up then by Cooney and well taken by McAvoy in the end. Very well taken.
Well done.
Chance here for Ulster to go wide. Billy Burns looks up for the 50-22. He may have overcooked it slightly. Well taken by Luke Morgan. He sends this back down and it's over the line.
Oh, this is getting really well.
The line out to Ulster just outside the 22. It was a lovely kick from Billy Burns, actually. Great take in the air from McElroy there.
It was, yep.
A really good take in the air.
What's this about?
Line out now, though. Anscombe's been very quiet so far. I've not seen. The thing is, we've already had the ball again in this second half, so it's.
Yeah. But sure, who knows? Oh, come on. Oh, nearly dodgy enough there.
Do eventually get the ball, but push back a little bit. Is that double movement, ref? No? Okay. Cooney.
Oh, come on, Dave McGann. Okay. Tom Stewart's kind of got away with those throws there. Very, very lucky.
Yeah. Jack Morgan trying to turn it over for the Ospreys, told to let go. McCluskey, good hands from him.
Good hands. McCarney, go on.
First touch of the ball for him as he carries up towards the 22.
Come on.
Ulster once again dominating possession here.
Go on.
Nearly 55 minutes on the clock.
All tied here.
Billy Burns tries a little kick. And Myler calls for all the mark. What a strange decision. Strange decision, wasn't it, to kick there? Why would he kick?
That's Billy Burns does make mistakes like that, Brandon. Do you know what I mean?
It's just like you were going through the phases. You were making decent ground. And for some weird reason, he decides to kick it. I didn't understand that. But there we go. Still 13 points apiece in this one.
There'd be an option, I think, in the future to maybe put Nathan Doak at number 10 and John Cooney at 9, because Nathan Doak has played number 10 a lot for his schools team. Yeah. Just like the Ulster fans know, because I don't think Billy Burns can keep it consistency, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
It is still 13 points to 12 to the Lions, and the second half has kicked off. Tries for Horn and Ungare are the changes there. There is going to be a change here for the Ospreys. It looks like Ruben Morgan-Williams will be coming on. Surprised that he's coming on this early, to be honest, but he will look to speed the game up, snipe around the breakdown a bit more than Webb. Webb, I feel, a little bit slow to get the ball out at times. He's a little bit slow in that area. And something Pivac has spoken about, saying that's why he's not in the Wales squad, is for that reason. So 25 minutes to go. If you were Dan McFarland, what would be the message to the players right now? What would you be saying to the players?
Regroup. Don't let Ospreys get a big lead. Keep it tight, and you'll get the points eventually.
Right. Indeed. So line outs here to Ulster. They do win the ball. The driving maul is set up.
Come on, drive.
Ospreys need to hold their discipline. Referee calls it for once, but it begins to move once again. Cooney, though, will look to send this one up, you'd think.
Come on, get
it out. He can. McCluskey, tackled by Watkin. Ospreys trying to turn the ball over. Brilliant turnover from Morgan Morris.
What is that, man?
And penalty to the Ospreys just inside their own half. What a turnover from Morris, who, fair play to him, has had a great game today.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
Let's have a look at some of the comments. I think with the new layout of fixtures, meaning less game time for players in international windows, a player like Rossburn might be available for Ulster. What do you think about that, Stephen?
I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, Billy Burns was definitely a good flyer when he came, but I think he struggles to keep the consistency. Do you know what I mean? And having a Ross Byrne there, if you brought him in, would definitely keep consistency. You know what I mean? In the club level.
Absolutely. I think that's the thing. Now if you want to compete in the URC against the likes of Leinster, against you guys as well, but maybe even now in Edinburgh, you need that squad depth, don't you? You need that depth. You need a quality player to come off the bench. Like you look at Ospreys, Stephen Myler and Gareth Anscombe. Reece Webber's just gone off. Ruben Morgan-Williams is on, so his shift for the day is done. But you do need that depth, don't you? And you look at teams across, especially with Europe coming up now, European games coming up now, you need a lot of depth. Nicky Smith is on for Thomas in the front row for the Ospreys as well. So Ospreys unleashing the bench. 23 minutes to go. It's going to be a nervy finish. I feel it. Ospreys with the line out here.
There's Nathan Doak on.
Indeed, he is. Nathan Doak on for John Cooney. Are you surprised he's come on this early, or do you think that's a good change?
I think John Cooney came off a similar time last week anyway,
So Maul here from the Ospreys. It is moving forward. Referee calls it for once. So Morgan Williams will have to get it out. He does. Myler feeds it into Watkin. Powerful run from the centre. And Ospreys go down the blind side, going through Nicky Smith.
Advantage Ospreys.
Advantage to the Ospreys, not rolling away. So free play here to the Ospreys. Ruben Morgan Williams looks up. Stephen Myler flies it out towards Alex Cuthbert, who's chopped down by Mike Lowry.
Oh, wow.
Moore is on for Curtis as well for Ulster.
Yeah. Sure.
Good hands here from the Ospreys. Oh, and as I just say that, Thomas Francis knocks it on. You never want to prop in the open field like that, do you? You never want to prop there.
No, definitely not.
I'm interested to see what we do here. Do we go for the point, or are we going to go to the corner? I'm interested to see. I think Myler will be captain now that Webb is off.
Nice.
So I think it's up to Myler what we do. Our maulers work so well, but I think we're going to take the points just to get into the lead.
If I was Ospreys, take the points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
Good run there from Nicky Smith. And not rolling away. And that's been something at the breakdown that, Ulster been penalised quite a bit there. We've been penalised quite a bit then. Referees are very hot on that now, on rolling away, allowing the game to play. And Myler is going to go to the post as we head towards the final 20 minutes of this game. And a big kick here to put the Ospreys back into the lead.
Aye. So
we should be getting this again. Should be a fairly simple kick.
I mean, Ulster need to regroup here big time and not make these silly mistakes again going forward. This is why I see too much of Ulster, Brandon,
Yeah. I think what we've done, on the whole, our discipline has been very, very good. As Myler adds the 3 points, so Ospreys retake the lead, 16 points to 13 now. Not long to go in this one. Yeah, I think our discipline has been pretty good on the whole. But the problem with Ulster is your attack has been very one-dimensional. When you get into our 22, you just go through the forwards. And then when it doesn't work, Billy Burns tries some kick and it does not come off. So it's been very one-dimensional because you haven't scored a try against us, really. You scored a penalty try, but it's not directly a try, is it? So
I know. Very steel,
Yeah. So 20 minutes to go in this one. Nerves beginning to creep in now. 3 points in it. And Watkins sliced that one a little bit, I think. So line out to Ulster. It's run well. Nathan Doak gets it out. Not the greatest pass, but it's there for McCluskey. And McElroy picks it up. Great break from him, but it's knocked on.
Oh my God.
And it will be a scrum to the Ospreys. But lovely step there. McElroy's had some nice little touches, hasn't he? He's had some nice little sparks, moments in the game.
Definitely, but we just, hasn't really checked on, at the moment, That's frustrating,
Aye. The Lions have extended their lead. They are leading by 20 points to 12 now. A try for Varner has given them a 20 points to 12 lead.
All the South African internationals back with their clubs.
Yeah. Yesterday you had Sia Khaleesi, Lucan Yuan playing for the Sharks. Mbonambi, and there were a few others playing. So
it'll be interesting to see whenever we're playing them with their internationals back. Do you know what I mean?
Aye, indeed. Scrum from the Ospreys, really good scrum from the Ospreys. Ruben Morgan Williams gets it out. Myler fizzes it out. Alex Cuthbert, but there was an advantage from the scrum, and the Ospreys will come back.
You feel like, if anything comes to Ulster, needed a matching because at the moment Ulster have not been perfect.
Yeah. As I said before, though, it's very similar to the game against Leinster last week where, you've had a lot of dominance in the game, but you just haven't really taken your chances. You haven't, like last week when Ulster were playing, they had a lot of the ball. They put Leinster under a bit of pressure, but it wasn't where the Leinster defence was really stretched or anything like that. You know, it's quite comfortable for them to defend, to be honest. And for the Ospreys, it's been the same story for us today. Is that it's actually been fairly comfortable for us to defend.
I mean, hopefully it'll kick on. I'm just hoping it'll kick on eventually, because we can't keep doing the same stuff over and over again.
Aye. So line out to the Ospreys on the 10-metre line. In the Gallagher Premiership, Exeter Chiefs are leading Saracens by 18 points to 9. London Irish are leading Newcastle by 36 points to 14. Northampton Saints are winning by 33 points to 19 over Bath. And the Worcester Warriors are beating Wasps by 32 points to 19. So those are the other scores currently on. I think we're going to have a few potential. No, we're just discussing what we're going to do with the lineouts. The referee wants them to hurry up. So line out here to the Ospreys on the 10-metre line as the floodlights come on down at the Swansea.com stadium. Good take. Ospreys get it out. Ruben Morgan-Williams into Alex Cuthbert on that line. Good run from Collins. Again, next points in this game you feel are just so important.
They are, yeah.
Like if Ospreys can get a converted try, then it means Ulster really have to come out and play, which may actually benefit them.
Aye, because
Ruben, what are you doing?
Ulster would have to, not to make anything stupid, like give it a penalty to Ospreys, because that could potentially decide the result as well. But
Ospreys
Ulster
still...
Yeah, what?
A little bit static now from the Ospreys.
And we turned it over. Have we? I don't know.
I think he might be stopping it for the injury. I think he's stopping it for the injury, potential head. Marty Moore's down.
Well, how many more injuries can we actually check? Because we can't afford anymore.
Yeah. It might be a head injury, I'd assume. Let's have a look at the bench, who you could bring on. Obviously, Marty Moore has come on. Not really many options on the bench, is there, to replace him? Maybe Eric O'Sullivan comes back on, or someone like that, potentially.
Or Tom O'Toole, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, Marty Moore is going to have to go off. And it is, in fact.
Oh, but I'm probably not too serious because, he looks okay. Just hoping you can't be out for that long,
I think it's a HIA, so I think they have to do it. So I think that's what's happening with that. So nearly about 15 minutes or so to go. And not long to go in this one now. Yeah, you can see he got a knee to the face there. Completely accidental, but still having to stop the game. Ree is on for McCann.
Marcus Ray
is on for McCann. Wayne
Marcus
Pivac
Ray,
in attendance. And
trying to impress.
15 minutes to go then. If you're the water boy and you're giving the message, what would the message be, do you think, to the Ulster boys now?
Just keep your discipline and, don't let Ospreys, get through. That's my,
Absolutely.
That would, because it's just, we're leaning into a potential thing here of, you don't want Ospreys to get more points here,
Yeah. I think the thing for us right now is that you're playing into our hands. You're giving away silly penalties. Myler's a fantastic goal kicker. You're giving away really stupid penalties in stupid areas of the field. And we want the game to be stop-start. You want the game to flow. And we're not, you're not helping yourselves in that area. Make sure if you are enjoying this, folks, to hit the subscribe button. By the way, leave a like on the stream. Let us know your thoughts in the chat. Of course, head over to Stephen Somerville Irish Rugby and subscribe there as well. If you're watching on Facebook, hit the like button and the follow, and be sure to follow me on Twitter as well. Not long to go now, though. The other game today, just thought I'd mention, is Glasgow against the Dragons, as we have a pause in play here. How do you see that one going? That kicks off at 25-8 up in Scotstoun. How do you see that one going, Stephen?
I don't know. I think it may go It's a hard one. I think it's probably Glasgow by maybe 15. I'll go 15 to 20
Oh,
points.
wow. Okay. Interesting. Interesting to see how that one goes. That is on later tonight. Scrum here for the Ospreys. And once again, the scrum looks very, very solid. Surely advantage, ref. Yes, it is.
Of course.
And I think we take the points here. Or we go for the scrum again and we look to get another penalty. But I think we might just take the point.
This is really dragging away from Ulster now. Typical. Oh my goodness. Oh. I think you take the points here.
I think Milo is going to take the points. He is. So chance for the Ospreys to take a 6-point lead in this one as we edge towards the final 15.
Big man into it. Takes so slow.
Big kick.
It's
a huge kick in the context of the game, isn't it? It's
Yep. Then also have to go for the juggernaut potentially.
And I don't want to tempt fate at all, but I don't feel like Ulster's attack has clicked today for whatever reason. So if this kick goes over, it looks pretty good from Stephen Milo, and it is. And the Ospreys lead by 19 points to 13. A 6-point gap has opened up with about 14 minutes to go in this one now. Not long to go whatsoever.
I don't see a way back. It's typical Ulster, Brandon. Do you know what I mean? How can you not get over the line like after last week?
Do you feel like last week maybe took quite a bit out of the players? Maybe.
Do you know what? Maybe, but consistency problems, Brandon. That's what it is. Just consistency.
It's a much better performance from the Ospreys from last week. Last week was horrific. Weather conditions, but the game's certainly not over. There's only 6 points in it. Converted try, and that's it. So, but again, I think the next points, if we get even a penalty kick, I think we've won the game.
It's if Ulster show enough, sorry my language, enough balls to actually, perform here.
Oh, McElroy made half a break there. But I do think, if we get another penalty, I think we've won the game. I think that gap is too big.
Like, you don't want to repeat the mistakes against Connacht. We were so poor against Connacht. Are we repeating the same things here? That's the thing.
Nathan Doak is going to send this one up. And it's well taken by Gareth Anscombe, and he calls for the mark. We just need to play the territory game now. Look to play in the right areas of the field. Nothing silly, nothing stupid. 12 and a half minutes to go. It's a decent kick from Anscombe. Change for the Ospreys here. And Bota is on for Thomas Francis, who I actually think has scrimmaged really well, which is not an area of his game that he's particularly well known for, but he's scrimmaged really well today. So he's lasted 67 and a half minutes or so. It's a good shift from him.
That wasn't thrown to Ulster very far.
Line out to Ulster. Won by them. Driving ball is set up.
Come on, Ulster.
Doak sends it up.
Get it right this time.
Not too much. No. It's not back.
Oh.
Who's going to gather that? It's going everywhere. Who's going to get there?
Oh, go on.
Luke, what are you doing, Luke?
Oh my God. How on earth did he keep that in touch? Wow.
And he's dragged over the line. With the new laws, I think that's a goal line dropout.
Oh, what's happening here?
Let me have a
of
look.
course, yeah, of course.
Yeah, then initially, I'm not sure if there's a knock on.
It'll be a dropout to. I didn't see him get it over the line anyway. I think it's a dropout to Ospreys here.
Obviously, from that,
They're going to check this. Not too sure what they're really checking, but
I don't know.
I think they want to check, see if there was a knock on from Ospreys, maybe.
Yeah, so that's on our side. That's the one you
thought. Knock on. Oh, that'd be interesting.
You see, there was good chase. The ball seemed to go forwards.
I think they're checking, see if there's a knock on from Ulster.
Ulster, yeah.
McElroy maybe with a knock on there.
It's a good contest in the air.
So it will be a scrum to the Ospreys.
Oh, come on, McElroy.
Yeah, he has knocked that one on. And it will be a scrum to the Ospreys.
They'll show nothing today, Ulster. I don't see this game. I think it's going to go to Ospreys, to be fair.
The thing is, though, you say that, but a converted try, an intercept try like last week, that's it.
Yeah, but penalty. The try we got though, to be fair, was a penalty try. We've shown nothing, Brandon, today.
No, I agree. Your offensive play has been pretty much. It's just been one direction. It's been literally give the ball to the forwards. Try and go through faces, doesn't work. Billy Burns gets and tries to kick it. A change for the Ospreys as Davis heads off. And he will be replaced by Regan. So that change has gone.
I think we've basically made all our substitutions. I think I don't
know. Potentially down here.
All of our subs now are getting injured. Oh my goodness.
I think he's going to be okay to carry on.
Is he though?
He's limping a little bit. No, he's off.
Oh my god. He's on it. Yeah.
So Moore is off. Didn't he come on for an injured player?
For Tom Stewart, we don't have a hooker now. We don't have a hooker. Oh my god.
No injury worries for Ulster, and also worrying ahead of next week, isn't it now? Because massive game against Clermont.
Yeah, definitely.
I think Ulster just explaining.
What am I trying to do here?
So I think we're going to have uncontested scrums.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course, because there's no hooker. You say.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not entirely happy, but I'll give it a go. If you've never played.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So I think we're having uncontested scrums here.
Yeah.
And not long to go whatsoever. The Lions have taken a bigger lead against the Stormers, 27 points to 12. And what a performance and what a result that would be for them. Don't forget, tomorrow night on the channel, we have the URC review show. They'll be out around 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Make sure to check out that when it comes out. So subscribe for that on the channel. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe ready for that. So scrum to the Ospreys. And we're heading towards the final 10 minutes now. David Hartley, there is about 11 minutes to go. About 11 minutes to go now. So not long left at all. Ospreys leading by 19 points to 13. And this suits us, to be honest. It's counting down the clock. Resetting the scrum.
How many times we've always got the scrum? Oh.
But as we head towards the final 10 minutes now.
Yeah, of course.
Penalty to the Ospreys. Early engagement. Early engagements from Ulster. Maybe that shows with the lack of hooker in that front row. Ospreys calling for the scrum again and wanting to put the pressure on here. And I guess it just takes time to set it up, doesn't it? And to
he's
get
going
it
to put the
sorted.
pressure on that. I know it. I don't know what where Rob Hearn is. He started last week, but he wasn't in the team today.
There's a few, wasn't there? Hume played fantastically well last week, and there was no mention that he was injured, and he's not even in the match day 23. So it's an interesting one. Ospreys put on the shove here. This could be another penalty. It is an advantage to the Ospreys. Alex Cuthbert finds Myler. Myler into Collins. Collins finds Anscombe, who finds Luke Morgan. Cuts inside. Has he been held up? Tackle made. Ruben Morgan-Williams gets it out back to Myler. And the forwards now get involved. Jack Morgan carries. Back to Myler, who sends it up.
Like this is going one way.
You do feel like the momentum has shifted, don't you? You really do. The Lions now leading by 30 points to 12, so that looks like a pretty convincing win for them out in South Africa.
Oh, surprised Lions got the victory there.
Indeed, yeah. I've been really unimpressed by them. And the Stormers did beat the Dragons last time out, but of course they haven't played since mid-October, I think it is, the last time they played. So a chance for Stephen Myler to send this one down as we head towards the final 8 minutes or so.
I think the scrum for the Ospreys has been very, dominant.
Aye. Yeah, I think, our game plan was obviously to be very physical. We're not going to look to spread the ball out much. We're going to use the driver more. We're going to use the scrum, big ball carriers that we've got. And to be honest, our defence has been brilliant tonight. It really has. But I just don't think Ulster have offered anywhere near enough going forward.
No.
It's been very direct. It's been very predictable.
We've done the Connacht game we had. The first 10 minutes after that, we had one of the worst games I ever seen from Ulster. We did well for the first half. But now it's like, very poor second half again, It's all well and good for last week, but it's keeping it consistently, do you know what I mean?
Indeed. So in towards the final 7 minutes in this one, Ospreys with the ball just inside the Ulster half. Morgan-Williams will send this one up. And it's not really got the distance on it, but it does bounce back towards the Ospreys. It is Ospreys' ball on the 10-metre line here. And now it's about game management for the Ospreys. And Ulster needs something pretty special.
Yes, penalty. Also got the penalty.
To Ulster, though. That's a big lifeline for Ulster. Big turnover there.
But can they execute it? That's the question.
This kick needs to have decent territory on it.
Yeah, but it's got to be a good one, Burns. You know what I mean? Has to be a good one.
Billy Burns sends it down. And they'll have a line out just outside the 22. As Sean O'Farrell says, I think Ulster put all their energy last week and were on a high. So overconfident might be the reason. Would you agree with that, Stephen?
I wouldn't say overconfident, but I think power, definitely played a massive figure from last week, definitely. I wouldn't say they were overconfident.
Yeah. So line out to Ulster, of course. No hooker. So this could be a challenge.
That's the thing, no. We got no hooker.
So line out to Ulster.
It's like a lose-lose situation.
And they have won it, though. The maul is set up.
Okay. Show some fight here. Come on.
Nathan Doak marshalling his troops at the back of the maul. Comes out to McElroy. Tackled by Ethan Roots.
Use it, Doak.
5.5 minutes to go in this one. Nervy times at the end here. Ospreys leading by 19 points to 13 at the Swansea.com stadium.
Come on.
Ulster, of course, did do the double over Ospreys last season.
Come on.
The ball is still there, though. Ospreys have managed to turn it over somehow.
Oh, but that was too easy for Ospreys there, man.
Ruben Morgan-Williams. And he's still got it somehow. Somehow we still have it.
Oh my God.
And Morgan-Williams does clear it down, but it's probably a little bit too far as Lowry gets it and runs first time. It's a lovely break from Michael Lowry. Tackled in the end.
Fuck me, man.
Ospreys managed to turn it over though, but brilliant break from Lowry. First time we've really seen him run with ball in hand, and Anscombe sends it down.
Fuck,
As McAvoy has it, we're heading towards the final 4 minutes now. Very, very nervy times now for Ospreys and Ulster fans. Good run from Timoney.
Go on.
Oh, Timoney's through. Someone take him down.
Give him, man.
Ospreys think they've turned it over. They have.
Why are you just... Oh, my God, Ulster.
Oh.
Just let him turn over 3 times. Jesus. Oh my God! That's it. Oh my God! Go on!
Oh!
Oh my goodness! What is this?
Oh! Line out to Ulster from the charge down there, about 8 meters out. Oh, this is going to be nervy. This is going to be nervy now.
Oh, what a
3.5 minutes to go.
What a run by there by Timoney.
No. Well, we managed to turn it over. And then on the blinking thing, he can't clear it. He just takes so long. He picks the ball up and he stands there for a good 3 seconds before breaking it away.
But that was
Stephen Myler, he's all right to carry on, which is good. How are the nerves now, Stephen?
Get this line out right because we've got no hooker. We've got to get this line out right. Then we go for the paces.
This is it now. What a run from Mike Lowry. We're just watching it back here. And that's really the first time we've seen Ulster really break the way we know they can.
I know. Oh, my goodness.
So 3.5 minutes to go.
The first real they've had. Apart from the penalty try, by the way.
Yeah. Make sure if you're enjoying, folks, hit that subscribe button, hit a like, and of course, let us know your thoughts in the chat. Line out here to Ulster. They do win it. The line out is set, but it's not straight.
Yeah.
And Ospreys will have an opportunity here to clear their lines.
That was the problem. Just no hooker.
Yeah. You have been so unlucky with injuries. So unlucky with injuries this game. Is it not straight? You pull the man down. Yeah, just not straight.
Not straight. And you know what? We can't take risks now to say if we were to turn over the scrum, we can't take a line out because it's too much of a risk now, you know?
No. So scrum to the Ospreys, about 10 meters out from their own try line. 2 minutes and about 50 seconds to go. It's going to be a nervy 2 and a bit minutes. Big scrum this, though. We've had good dominance in the scrum. From an Ospreys point of view, hopefully we can get a penalty from here. Send it down the field and just get the territory.
Yeah.
To see this game out.
I'd have to go with confidence anyway. I think Ospreys have done really well today. You know what I mean?
I think defensively we've been fantastic. I really do. I think we've managed the game well. But it's not over yet. Certainly not over.
I've got a different perspective, but you know. He uses it.
So in Watkin. And Ospreys go through the forwards here.
Okay. What's this? Ulster turned it over.
Ulster turned it over. Nathan Doak.
What's he doing here? He's going for kick. What the? Oh my God!
Oh, and it's claimed in the air by Lou Morgan. And what a claim!
What was he doing?
He'd seen the space, but maybe it's better to keep ball in hand there. And the Ospreys will take the time. 1.5 minutes to go.
Oh, what's he doing?
I can understand what he's trying to do, but it's just too risky in that situation. Too risky to do it.
I can't blow the chance though at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Ulster keep it moving though. Mike Lowry with ball in hand. We're heading towards the final 60 seconds here. Nathan Doak steps beautifully. Tackled though, just inside his own half. A minute to go now. We're into the final minute. 6 points in it, so a converted try would win the game for Ulster. They've not got on in the tackle though. Ospreys have managed to turn it over. Game management is key now. Oh, boys, just concentrate here. Nothing stupid now.
I think you've got the game.
30 seconds to go. Just got to manage the game. $20 seconds to go. Ruben Morgan-Williams pops it up to his forwards. Ospreys here.
I think they're okay. I think you should look at the game done.
8 seconds to go. Still not confirmed yet. You could get a turnover here. Just be typical Ospreys. The clock's in the red. Ruben can kick it off. Throws it back to Gareth Anscombe, and Ospreys have won down at the Swansea.com stadium. Ospreys have won here by 19 points to 13. And Ospreys win against Ulster for the first time in a few years, I want to say for sure. Ospreys 19, Ulster 13. We are going to wrap it up shortly, but let's first of all talk about Ulster. What went wrong today, do you think?
We did really well the first half, you know what I mean? I think after the 35th minute, Ospreys took control of the game. You think that Ulster could have improved that in the second half. They showed a wee bit of controversies that what they did against Connacht, do you know what I mean? The attack again, non-existent, do you know what I mean? That's definitely something to worry about going forward. And it's put us back down a level, you know what I mean, after that win last week in a way, you know what I mean? But look, we move forward. We still got big fixtures to come up. And we're very aware, Brandon, that Leinster, we're almost acceptance to Leinster going first every time, but giving an absolute go in the playoffs potentially. But as long as Ulster get a good enough position in the table to make the playoffs and have a go, really, then why not? But today's that's just showed Ulster that we're not invincible. That we need to improve on the attack, definitely going forward. Get the likes of Stockdale, maybe Rob Little back, and Rob Herring back, James Hume, and then we see where we are going forward. But fair play to Ospreys for getting the win today, definitely.
Yeah, I thought today we defended really, really well. Although there wasn't much in attacking sense, we defended really well. We looked solid. We had good dominance in the scrum and probably in the maul. But as you said, I just don't think Ulster showed enough going forward today. There just wasn't that much creativity whatsoever. The final score out in South Africa, Stormers 19, Lions 37. So a really good result that for the Lions. But that's where we're going to leave it there. Quickly, just before we wrap up here, going to drop the link to Stephen's channel in the chat. So make sure to head over there and subscribe, because Stephen will make a reaction straight after this game.
Yep.
So let me drop the link in the chat now. So do head over there and subscribe to his channel and keep an eye out on that, because that will be out very shortly. If you have enjoyed, make sure to hit the subscribe button here. And of course, follow me on all my socials as always. Stephen's channel, his link is in the chat now. So do head over there and subscribe. Finally, one player that stood out for Ulster today. If you had to pick one player who did well, who would you pick?
Oh, goodness me. I don't know. I think they were all sort of, I think they were all kind of nearly steel. But if there was any positives, maybe like Michael Lowry in a way.
Yeah.
You saw the drive he did, you know what I mean? I think if there's a player, it'd be Michael Lowry for me. But apart from that, we didn't really do much at all.
Yeah.
Like you saw.
I think for Ospreys, Myler had a good game. I thought Morris at 8 was brilliant today, and the physicality was really, really good. But that's where we're going to leave it there. Ospreys win 19 points to 13 against Ulster. Thank you very much for watching, folks. We'll be back tomorrow night for the URC review show, but also next weekend we'll do previews for the Champions and Challenge Cup, and there'll be watch-alongs as well. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Stephen, for jumping on. As always, it's a pleasure to have you on the channel. And we'll see you soon. Take care, guys.